Welcome to WKMP Radio. Coming up is...
Hey, I'm hungry. Got anything to eat?
Hi, Agnes. You bet I have some food. Some good food. I have B&M baked beans right here.
B&M baked beans?
That's right. Try them.
They are really good.
If you have ever been to New England, you know what a world of difference there is between genuine New England baked beans and the ordinary kind. B&M brick oven baked beans are truly New England's own. Baked as New Englanders like them best, in open pots, in brick ovens, baked long hours to a mealy golden brown, with choice pork and old-time sauces.
I finished this bowl. Can I have some more?
Of course. B&M baked beans make for a square meal.
What this round world needs is good square meals.
That's right, Agnes. So kids out there who are listening, tell your moms and dads to buy you B&M baked beans.
Tell them Agnes sent you. Yum.
While Agnes is finishing her beans, let's listen to what those crazy Knapowitz sisters are doing in The Fredonian Princess.
When we last left the Knapowitz sisters, they were in New York. Frances had manipulated. Frances had guided her older
sister suggests wrinkles, which I haven't got. Not a one.
Frances's elder sister Sally was dating Chauncey, the Duke of Flan, under the false pretense that Sally was a princess of the very small kingdom of Fredonia.
You've never heard of it.
That's because it isn't a kingdom. It's...
And now here the two girls are waiting for Chauncey in a nearby park.
Chauncey will be here any minute. Are you ready for your date where you stop being his girlfriend?
Am I breaking up with him? He's so cute and sweet, and I think I'm falling in love.
Oh, no, you're not breaking up with Chauncey, the Duke of Flan. No, you are going to become much more.
His bestest friend?
Don't worry about it. It's better if you look surprised and clueless.
About what?
Perfect. Now, remember to have charming conversation.
But what if he asks about Fredonia? I can't lie to Chauncey. He's just so sweet. You're the one who told him all about the fake kingdom. That's really just...
Talk about the orphans.
What orphans?
The orphans of Fredonia. As princess, your job is to help those less fortunate. You have done all you can for those poor orphans.
I have? That's very giving of me. Hey, wait! There is no...
Shh! Here he comes!
Princess Frances, a good evening to you.
Please, Chauncey. Remember we only said our first names? We mustn't have the commoners feel odd.
Of course, Frances, and a lovely and beautiful evening to you, my dearest prince... my lady, Sally.
Oh, hi, Chauncey.
Now, I'm your chaperone, but you two go over there to that bench and have a nice, productive chat.
Well... It's lovely out here, though not as lovely as your eyes.
Oh, Chauncey, you're so sweet.
In my region of Flan, the trillium flowers are just coming into bloom at this time of year. What about in Fredonia?
Oh, the orphans.
The orphans?
Yes, it's very sad about the orphans, but I do what I can to help those less fortunate than I.
That is so wonderful to hear. I'd always hoped to find a woman who wants to take care of her people. In fact, that brings me to something I've wanted to ask you, my wonderful Sally.
I don't know the orphans' names, if that's what you mean. Frances could probably make some. Remember some.
No, my dear Sally. I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Then there's only one more thing to say.
I love you too. Too?
You are so funny. No, my lovely flower, will you marry me?
She will.
I do?
She does?
She did.
I will? I did?
You do!
She did do.
I...
Dude!
Who's that?
Jerry! This is Geraldine, my younger sister. She spent some time in California.
I heard there might be a gnarly wedding.
But he only just asked me.
The ocean knows. No point standing around when we have a wedding to plan. How does next week sound, Chauncey?
That's quite fast.
Love can't wait.
Francis!
No, my dear, she's right. Why hold off on our happiness? Besides, I want to meet your parents, the king and queen of Fredonia.
Ugh.
Stay tuned tomorrow, same time, same channel, to hear how the Knapowitz sisters get out of their latest mess.
Hey!
Thank you for staying tuned to WKMP, home of the Knapowitz sisters' popular radio show.
They are funny.
They sure are.
What's WKMP's next program?
Well, it's Tuesday, so you know what that means.
Secret science stories. They're spooky.
Today's secret science story is No Safe Time.
"500 feet below Washington, D.C. is a laboratory devoted to the nation's top secret science. A file was smuggled out containing the most strange and frightening tales of science gone horribly wrong."
Well, that's true, Helen. Hold the speaker for me.
Of course, Professor Bath.
It's true that the positronic reaction during phase 6 could be very dangerous. Just put it on the other table. But we still can't make the device work past phase 4 yet. Theoretically, we can only go forward, not back.
There must be a way to test it safely.
You're right. Maybe I'll start on that tomorrow. I don't have any more time today.
Professor Bath, Helen,
Anna, what's wrong?
the device. The device is missing.
Oh no!
That's impossible. You must be mistaken.
I tell you, it's missing. Come on.
Only the 4 people in this lab and the President of the United States have access to the device.
Where's Professor Rackin?
It really is gone.
I told you.
I know our president is the most honest and true person in the country, so it must have been my partner, Rackin. But why would she use the device before it's ready?
It's too dangerous.
She could be anywhere.
Not anywhere, any when.
Professor Rackin. Bath! Anna! Helen! Our device works! I've traveled through time! Why, you're shaking.
Sit down, Rackin. Here's some hot tea.
Thank you.
Okay, Rackin, how did you get past phase 4? How did you come back? And you and I have been spending fruitless months on those final equations.
This morning, I was sitting right here looking at the device when I finally realized that it was only a matter of time before the 2 most brilliant scientists, Bath and Rackin, would solve the puzzle of time travel completely.
Of course.
We were stuck in phase 4, able to go forward in time, but not back. And how to test it out with no way to return.
You figured out the final equations?
No.
No.
The question was not if we would solve them, but when. I knew that someday in the future we would figure them out, so I went to find them.
You mean you used the device to go forward in time, to when you assumed you had found the answer to come back again? That's brilliant.
That's so dangerous, Professor Rackin.
And I hope you didn't meet ourselves in the future, Rackin. That could create a paradox.
I stepped into this very lab 1 year in the future and found our notes for the device. The correct equations were right there.
So you reprogrammed the device and returned?
Here, I'll show you.
Ah, the x was in the wrong place here. Divided by 3, not 8.
And it was a triple quadratic formula over here.
I don't understand.
That's why we're just the assistants.
I'm back in time!
It's Professor Rackin! Again!
But Rackin is still here too.
What's going on? Is there an emergency in the future? You could say that. Ha! I forgot I used to wear my hair that way.
There cannot be 2 Rackins in the same time space. You must return immediately.
Ugh, you are always stuck on your paradoxes. One more reason to get rid of you, Baff.
Why would you get rid of your partner?
3 years from now, all I hear is Baff and Rackin, Baff and Rackin. I don't need you, Baff. Of course you, whatever. Baff and I, us, we're a team.
Why would you want to break our partnership in the future?
Because in my future time, once you were gone, it just became the brilliance of Rackin. Only Rackin. The way it should be. The way it should have always been.
What do you mean, when I'm gone?
No!
Professor Bath! Professor Bath!
You killed her! You'll thank me later. The future me is gone!
She's dead. Professor Rackin killed Professor Bath.
Not this Rackin, the one from the future.
I have to stop her! Me!
How? It already happened.
That Rackin said she came from 3 years in the future. I'll set the device for 2 years and try to talk to me. Try to keep me from becoming evil.
But the danger...
What choice do I have?
Our good Rackin has gone to the future. Now what? Do we report what has happened?
No, let's cover Professor Bath and wait.
Rackin, you're back. Oh no!
You're hurt. I'm so stupid. Of course I knew what I was planning. The me in the future was already evil and waiting for me. I barely escaped with my life.
There's no way to stop this. To stop you.
There is still one thing left I can do. I must go back in time. Far back.
No, Rackin, that's murder.
More like suicide.
You're going to kill a younger you?
It's the only way to stop myself from becoming evil. I have to keep myself from even going into science. It's the only way to save Bath.
The device isn't ready for such a leap. You might not be able to come back.
I don't plan on returning. No one should have this device. It's too powerful, too corrupting.
Wait, but who thought of the correct equations in the first place? If you found them in the future and brought them back to the past to use them?
One of Bath's paradoxes.
A bigger question is, how do we know if you succeed?
You'll never have met me at all.
Well, that's true, Helen. Hold the speaker for me. It's true that the positronic reaction during phase 6 could be very dangerous. Just put it on the other table. But we still can't make the device work past phase 4 yet. Theoretically, we can only go forward, not back.
There must be a safe way to test it.
You're right. Maybe I'll start on that tomorrow. I don't have any more time today.
Professor Bath, Helen,
Anna, what's wrong?
the device. The device is missing.
Oh no!
That's impossible. You must be mistaken.
I tell you, it's missing. Come on.
Only the 4 people in this lab and the President of the United States have access to the device.
You mean 3 people. There are only 3 people in our lab.
It really is gone.
I told you.
I know our president is the most honest and true person in this country, so where did the device go?
Could you build another?
Of course, and once I solve the final equations, it will be a fully functional time travel device.
For some reason, I don't think you'll ever solve those equations.
Why would you say that? Professor Bath is the most brilliant scientist in the world.
All I need is time.
What would you do if you found out you would become evil in the future? Tune in next week for another strange and frightening secret science story.